Hi, before we start this ASMR video, I'd like to thank all these members on my Patreon for their continued support. If you're looking for any content that I create on other platforms, check the link below. Now, let's get into the video. So, you've come to see my mouth, have you? Well, this is it so far. I hope that in the first 15 seconds that you're already impressed with how it looks. I'm going to be going through a variety of things that involve my mouth. I hope that you're ready for it. We'll see all the interesting things about a mouth. Does that sound good to you? Great. First things first. Before we get into this, I need to know your name because, well, you know my name. It's Whoa. And I think in order to enjoy this session together to the best of our abilities, well, I need to know your name. So, what is it? Don't be shy. Alright. Glad we got that out of the way. So, how about we just talk about what the mouth is in general? How does that sound? Good. So, let's start with the mouth. The mouth is comprised, well, you're looking at it, of teeth, lips, and, well, the entirety of the mouth in general. The mouth can do many, many things. It can smile. Let's start with the basics, actually. You can just do a mouth smile, a teeth smile, a wide, open mouth smile, a surprised, excited, happy smile, or just a stoic face like this. You can always tell the expression of someone based on their mouth, I find. It's the most intriguing thing ever when nothing else on a person's body moves except for their mouth. Isn't it intriguing? Nothing else moves except your mouth. Your nose, your mouth, your ears, all these things that are on your face, except the only thing that actually makes us an intellectual being compared to other people or other mammals in the world is your mouth. That's this thing that's talking to you right now. The next thing that's at least interesting to me is all the motions that you can create with your mouth. And by motions, I mean shapes, movements, expressions. I'll go through a list of them for you. Maybe you can let me know what I'm trying to tell you based on my facial expression. How does that sound? Good. Let's start with an easy one. Good. The next one. That's a really ugly upside down happy face. But yes, I was sad. The next one. That's right. You know what that means. What about this one? Nervousness. You're good at this. This is not your first time studying a pair of lips, is it? Oh, don't worry. I'll be showing you all the goodies that include a mouth. That's the funnest part of this. It's an educational session at the same time that I'm talking to you. I'm teaching you all about the mouth and the things inside it, around it, that comprise it. So, let's keep going. What about, I have to really think about this. What is this? Surprise. That's right, it is surprise. And what about this? That's uneasy. Are you following along still? Are you doing well at this? Or do you need a break? Let's have a 5-second breather. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's get on to the next part, shall we? What about when somebody runs their tongue over their teeth, like so? That's right. Now the better question is, which way do you run your tongue over your teeth when you're feeling them? Left to right, or right to left? Let's give an example. Which way do you go? Left to right, or right to left? Do you do the upper teeth, or do you do the bottoms? Such a fascinating thing, a mouth. The sounds that it can create, the emotions that it can evict. I've almost forgotten about the most important one. What does this one signal? That's right, a little peck, a little bird kiss, like so. Those are the pecks that you give when you're just leaving on your way to work. Now, it's a little hard to reenact a passionate kiss, so for the instances of this, I won't, as another human would have to be there to reciprocate it in order for it to be really shown well. Unless you're volunteering. Are you volunteering in order for me to reenact something of that magnitude? No, that's okay. I didn't think you would anyways. Now, we've gotten over the lips. Let's talk about facial hair. Mustache, beard, facial hair in general. We all have facial hair. Whether you're a female or whether you're a male, one is darker and one is lighter. It's not something you can just get away from. We as humans grow it all over our face. Therefore, it will be around your mouth, whether you like it or not. Whether it's fine hair, light hair, dark hair. Just embrace it. You're a human being. Let's get to the fun stuff, though, shall we? The innards of a mouth. We'll start with the teeth. Let's start with the bottoms. Everybody has them. How straight are your teeth? When you smile, do your teeth get covered? Or does your lip just show enough of your bottom teeth? Smile for me right now. Come on. Just smile. It's not hard. You know you want to at the end of the day. We can smile together. How does that sound? I'll smile. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. As you can see, just the centers of my bottom teeth show. Some people smile like this. You don't want to do a Chandler Bing smile. Matthew Perry, rest in peace, but that smile from Friends was just abysmal. So, when you smile, do your top teeth show? Mine do. Do yours? Go ahead. Come on. Smile with me. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Very good. That wasn't too hard now, was it? Hopefully you're not in public and just randomly smiling at your phone screen. That could be pretty awkward, eh? Well, you're probably in a private, secure location listening with headphones right now, so for the purposes of this, just follow along and smile with me. Come on, do a big smile, like you're so happy. You know what? I want you to smile as if you've just had the opportunity. You know what? Let's reword that. I've just had the opportunity to meet you. Let's smile at each other with our most excited and happy smile we could ever give. How does that sound? Good. 3. You're going to smile on 1, 2, 1. Go. How happy were you when you smiled? I was very happy. Just look at this. That's a very happy smile. And I hope that you were able to replicate something of similar passion in your excitement when you saw me. If you didn't, well, that's still okay at the end of the day. I'm a little disappointed though if you didn't give it your all. I asked really nicely. Now, let's talk more about the teeth in the front. How your tongue is consistently cleaning your teeth all day. Just think about all the things that your tongue has to do to make sure that your mouth, I was almost going to say your face, but unless you're licking your face, that's not for today. Your tongue is always working and always doing a ton of work. Just look at it. It does a lot. Isn't it incredible that you can chew, yet you never chew on your tongue? Your body just does not even allow it. Somehow you can chew but nothing happens. You never chomp down on your tongue. Think about it. Every bite you take, your tongue goes in, sweeps some of the food away, and lets the other food get chewed. Isn't that remarkable? Man, the tongue is incredible. The tongue can do many things. You might be asking, what can the tongue really do? Well, there's only one way to sort of test that out. And I'm going to recommend, in order to get the full experience of what a human tongue is possible capable of doing. Go test it out. See what it can really do. Just look at it. Your tongue can create so many different unique shapes. The point. It can move side to side. Top to bottom. It can keep your lips moist and wet. Like so. The tongue is the strongest muscle in your body. Pound for pound, it can do the most amount of work based on its weight for what it can really do. Is that not incredible? This muscle just sitting there in your mouth, being underutilized. So, in order to make use of it, go utilize your tongue. You know, go use it to the fullest extent of what it's there for. Good. Next, the shapes. You can create lines. You can create squiggles. You can create different types of mouths. The mouth is absolutely incredible. I hope that you're playing with your mouth right now as we are going through this situation, this educational session where we are examining each other's mouth. Have you learned a lot about your own mouth in this short period of time? I'm sure you have. Let's go through a session of making sure our lips are moist. You don't want them to dry out when you're learning all about your mouth. One thing we haven't discussed is the teeth. How important they really are to your literal survival. How if you didn't have them, you wouldn't be able to masticate all that food that enters your mouth. The mastication would not be able to commence. You wouldn't be able to chew. You wouldn't be able to swallow. Well, you could swallow, but you'd be swallowing full loads of food. And, well, you don't want to choke, do you? That would not be well. We like you here, so take care of your teeth. Brush at least twice a day. Even 3 times if you're able to. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when I say brush your teeth, I don't mean vigorously. You only have one set of gums. If you brush too hard, you can actually brush away parts of your gums that hold your teeth in. And your gums do not grow back. Remember that. You don't have to apply a ton of pressure onto your teeth when you're brushing. Use an electric toothbrush and just glide it over your teeth, side to side. Take your time. Make sure you hit every tooth, but don't push hard and don't brush too high into your gums. Do that 3 times a day. You'll have healthy teeth for the rest of your life. Now, secondly, in order to keep this mouth healthy, in order to keep your teeth comfortable and clean, cavity-free, you need to floss. Again, just like brushing your teeth. If you can do it 3 times a day, do it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Essentially, every time that you eat food, I'd like you to brush your teeth afterwards. And if you sip on coffee, have a glass of water beside your coffee, because coffee stains your teeth. Now, what you might think is, well, yeah, but if you have a glass of water, you can drink the stains away. It doesn't have to be a sip of coffee to a sip of water. But when you're done your coffee, just take your water, give a little swish, and drink it. Or spit it out, whatever is best for you. It just helps get rid of the coffee that's left in your mouth that can create stains. Lastly, let's talk about fluoride, or in this case, mouthwash. There's been some studies that show whether it's good or bad for you. I like to use it. It just makes me feel like I have fresh breath. So, use it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You don't have to go all out. You don't have to use an entire bottle up in a single day. You can use a very small amount. Just enough to swish it and then spit it. Do me a favor. Don't swallow it. That's gross. And it's not good for your stomach, or your lining, or your throat. Obviously, if you drink some of it, nothing bad will happen, but if you do it consistently, well, that just doesn't end up well for you. I'm not saying take my word for it, I'm just saying studies have shown that drinking excessive amounts of mouthwash have proven to be negative. They actually contain alcohol in them, so they can actually get you a little tipsy. Don't go try that though. That's pretty gross. There's many other ways to get that type of feeling if you're looking for that, and it doesn't have to be through mouthwash. Lastly, the most important thing that holds so much bacteria: your tongue. Your tongue needs to be brushed. You can use a tongue scraper. I don't care what you use. Brush your teeth, brush your tongue, floss, mouthwash. Now, you might think that sounds like a lot. It's not. It's a couple minutes for the entirety of the day. If you don't have a couple minutes for your mouth, well, you got bigger things to worry about. You only get one set of teeth, and you get one set of gums. And if you lose them, well, goodbye food. Goodbye you. Wow, that got pretty dark. Let's go back to just keeping your mouth clean. And lastly, but not least, I won't show that again, but spit. Spit is a very important thing. It's what lubricates your mouth. It's what keeps your mouth hydrated in a sense. Now this is where I talk about the stains from coffee, because if you drink the coffee, but you don't wash your mouth out afterwards, well, you're just moving that spit, saliva, the leftovers of the coffee residue over your teeth. That's why you drink water, to wash yourself. Well, wash your mouth. Have you learned a lot about yourself today? Maybe you're a bit self-conscious now. Maybe you're actually brushing your teeth now that we're talking about this as I'm speaking to you. If you are brushing your teeth, great job. That means I've taught you something today. That means you learned something from me. Now, last but not least, we'll just enjoy each other's mouths for the last 30 seconds before I let you go brush your teeth, because I'm going to assume that's what you're going to go do now. These are my teeth. I have had braces, Invisalign actually. I got them when I was 31. I had them for 16 weeks. That's 4 months. My teeth were already pretty straight, but they definitely helped create straighter teeth. So, the lesson of the day. Oh, and finally, just take care of your entire mouth in general. This mouth. Take care of it. You only get one mouth. Now, take this knowledge, apply it to your life, and you'll be thanking me when you're 80 years old, having a healthy mouth with healthy teeth. We'll see you in the next mouth session, but I'm not sure when that'll be. Now, go brush your